The Springfield Symphony Orchestra was founded in 1944 by conductor Alexander Leslie, whose vision was to provide musical entertainment as well as musical education to the community. Today, the orchestra is comprised of 80 members, and the symphony's artistic programming is nationally recognized. I'm Nathan O'Leary for Comcast Newsmakers in Springfield, Massachusetts. Michael Jones, Executive Director of the Springfield Symphony Orchestra, joins me right now, and welcome to the program, Michael.
Thank you for having me.
Very nice to have you here. And can you tell me a little bit more about the Symphony Orchestra and how it started?
Well, in 1944, the United States and the world was deep into World War II, but I think it was clear that the outcome would be optimistic and good for the United States. A group of citizens, concerned citizens, and Dr. Leslie got together and said, what better way to celebrate perhaps the oncoming end of the war than to get an excellent symphony going. And they got themselves together, they hired the musicians, had a fabulous concert in 1944, and here we are 68 years later.
And it continues. So how are you able to carry out the SSO's mission and continue to evolve?
You have superb conductors. We are surrounded in New York and Boston and in this region with a pool of superb musicians. And we have a community which is very supportive of the orchestra. And an orchestra brings just an extraordinary quality of, of artistry and cultural activity to the community.
And there's also the educational component, which has always been a part of the SSO. So exactly how are you engaging the youth with what programs, and why is it so important to engage the youth?
Well, I think that the orchestra considers itself not just an artistic or cultural organization. It is a community-based organization. This means that we provide a wide range of services. On the educational side, we have two very successful youth orchestras with about 150 kids, come from over 40 communities in the region. We do youth concerts where we bring kids in from all through the region, and all the Springfield school fourth graders down to Springfield Symphony Hall. They hear the whole orchestra perform. We have an instrument petting zoo. Kids, we take it into schools, kids get an opportunity to play the various instruments in the orchestra. We give away hundreds and hundreds of free tickets. We're also working with a number of schools on a mentoring program in Springfield. So our musicians go in and help the kids right from elementary, middle, and high schools.
So when we add it up, how many performances is the Symphony Orchestra performing every year?
Most years with the full orchestra we'll do between 20 and 25. Then there's all kinds of chamber orchestra or educational programming too. So, when all is said and done, maybe 50 to 60 events a year that we do.
And what are some of the big ones?
Well, we do our classical series, obviously, is our most important series, and this season we'll be doing 7 concerts. We start the season in late September. The concerts are all Saturday night where we do Mozart and Beethoven, the great works of the classical repertoire. We also do a SSO Presents series, which this year we'll be presenting Judy Collins, and a fabulous Motown group called Spectrum. And they've played with us twice before, had near sellouts. They do a show that absolutely blows the socks off. We also have our regular Christmas program.
And how does the orchestra, we're not just talking about Springfield, it's enriching the whole region.
Absolutely. We consider ourselves one of the leading arts organizations and community organizations in the region. We collaborate with all of our partners in the artistic world here, as well as with educational groups and other organizations in downtown Springfield. We are a part of keeping downtown Springfield alive.
Michael Jones, Executive Director of the Springfield Symphony Orchestra, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining us here on Comcast Newsmakers. Until next time, I'm Nathan O'Leary.